Hello guys and welcome to Odds on German Cup. We have the last 16 round. We had many surprises with Bayern Munich out of the competition and we are going to analyze all 8 games with Radek Vegas. But I also want to know your opinion, so let me know what you think in the comment section and you will have the chance to win a £10 free bet with Novibet. Besides, do not forget to click on the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell to get all the notifications. And now let's go on with the show. This week we have the last 16 round of the German Cup and we are going to analyze all 8 games with Radek Vegas. Hello Radek.
Hey Eduardo, how are you? Let's have a look if we are having so many surprises as in the round before.
Yeah, we have a lot of Bundesliga 2 teams. I don't know, Radek, the first thing, do you like betting in the cup? Last round we could have made a lot of money because we saw so many surprises.
Yes, always depends on how the odds are, and if you can find value, then it's a good chance. My strategy in cup games always is to bet on the favorites, on the higher league teams, which would be bad if there are a lot of surprises. But in this case, we have a lot of minor teams in this round of the last 16 teams, so I expect to step back to normal and get a lot of favorites in the next round of the last 8 teams then.
Okay, then let's go game by game, starting with the first one. We have a game with 2 Bundesliga 2 clubs, Holstein Kiel, Darmstadt, and Kiel was the huge surprise in the previous round. They kicked out Bayern Munich in penalties, and this season they are doing very well. They are 3rd in the standings, only 3 defeats this season, and they are gonna face Darmstadt. They are 12th in the Bundesliga 2 standings, and they were able to kick Dynamo Dresden in the previous round. So if we check the odds, we see how Holstein Kiel is favorite, and actually Kiel won their game in League 0-2 when they played in January.
Yeah, it was last week, 7 days ago. They played in the second league against each other, and it was a game at Darmstadt where Kiel won. Now they're playing at Kiel, where Kiel managed to beat Bayern Munich, not only with luck, because they were really playing strong. They are playing strong in the second league for years now, and they always are close to the first league. They were in the relegation once, and I think they are a pretty clear favorite here, but they get odds of 2.27 around. So I like this bet on the home team here, and the odds are really, really good for Holstein Kiel to win this game. I think with 2.27 or even 2.0 would be a good odd here. Holstein Kiel is my team to go.
All right, then the first one, Kiel. The next game we have a regional league team. This is the 4th tier division in Germany. Rot-Weiss Essen versus Bayer Leverkusen. Excuse me, Radek, if I didn't pronounce properly the first name. But they were a huge surprise in the cup so far. They beat Arminia, Bielefeld. They beat Fortuna, Dusseldorf. But now they face Bayer Leverkusen, one of the best teams in Bundesliga, although they are going down and down. Now they are out of the Champions League positions. They lost against Leipzig. I don't know where you can find value with these odds of Leverkusen 1.18 only to win this game.
Yeah, we have a clear difference of leagues here. You named it, 4th league against 1st league, almost Champions League contender. And despite Leverkusen is not doing really well within the last games, I think the odds are okay with 1.8 or 1.18, and but it's a danger here because you never know. Maybe Essen is playing the best game in their life. They have to have a chance against Leverkusen. So, yeah, I expect a win of Leverkusen with 2 goals around. Not a huge win, but we don't get any value on Leverkusen. On the other hand, it's too dangerous to speculate on Essen again because, yeah, they're not professional players like any others in this cup now, and so for them it's a big show, but sometimes the show is over.
I'm gonna tell you a stat. Actually, this team have not lost since the 1st of February last year. So 1 year undefeated. After the pandemic, they have not lost a single game. So probably this run is gonna end up against Bayer Leverkusen, or this is what we expect. We have very low odds for Leverkusen, Radek, and also we have very low odds for Borussia Dortmund. They face Paderborn, again another Bundesliga 2 team. They are in the middle of the table, although we saw them very recently in the Bundesliga, and this weekend they lost against the leaders, against Hamburg. Whereas Borussia Dortmund maybe is a good opportunity for them to gain a little bit more of confidence. They won in the Bundesliga the previous weekend against Augsburg, and probably it's also a good opportunity for all these big Bundesliga teams to touch silverware, to win a cup now that Bayern Munich is out of the competition.
Yeah, for sure. And I think for Borussia Dortmund, it's the only chance to save a really bad season. And I think they have a big chance to get to the finals, and they have to win for sure against Paderborn. The last game between these 2 teams was in May 2020, last year. And Dortmund beat Paderborn 6-1, and maybe, yeah, it's not this huge victory for Dortmund in this game, but I'm confident with Dortmund winning this game. But it's a question of how high could they win, and that's why it's hard to find a value. To put Dortmund in an accumulator with Leverkusen and maybe some other teams we are naming would be an option for the ones who like accus, and I'm always betting on single bets, so I don't touch this game where the favorites is so clear and big and with so small odds, and I don't find value on Dortmund a lot, and I won't bet on underdogs like Paderborn in this game.
All right, we don't touch the Asian handicap, for instance, for Borussia Dortmund. That could be an option. In the next one, I'm surprised to see good odds for the Bundesliga team. We have Werder Bremen, Greuther Furth. Werder Bremen, they are in the middle of the table. They drew in the weekend against Schalke, but the odds are 2.10, surprisingly high, playing against a Bundesliga 2 team, although they are 4th right now. So it's a good team. They were able to kick the Hoffenheim out of the cup. Maybe this is one of these games now that we could see a surprise here for the 2nd-tier division team.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. This is a classic case where I like the odds on the favorite here. For sure, Greuther Furth is doing well in the 2nd league, but I think they're way overperforming in the 2nd league, so that they are 4th is kind of luck involved. And Werder Bremen, on the other hand, is one of the worst teams in the Bundesliga, but they made some points within the last games. And I watched the game against Schalke, and they scored a goal in the last minutes, but it was offside. So yeah, the video assistant signed and said no goal. But anyway, Bremen is in good shape, and I think the odds of 2.2 on Bremen is a good thing to bet on.
Okay, we go for the Bundesliga team. Next one is the same, Bundesliga against Bundesliga 2 team, Leipzig against Bochum, but the odds for Leipzig are low, 1.3. And even if we are talking about the second in the standings of the Bundesliga, that they were able to beat Leverkusen during the weekend. And maybe if we add some Asian handicap here, we see rather how this 1.3, is slightly higher than what we've seen with Dortmund or with Leverkusen. Maybe you fancy more these odds?
Because Leipzig is for sure a bit better than Leverkusen at the moment, because they won against Leverkusen. And because their odd is a little bit higher, is because Bochum is second in the second league. But they recently lost against Karlsruhe in the second league with 2-1. Anyway, I think Leipzig is struggling a lot in the last weeks. They only win games close, so I think it could also be a close game here against Bochum. On the other hand, sure, to bet on a Leipzig win with combinations of other teams is an option for sure. I would go on Asian handicap minus 1.5 on Leipzig to win them with 2 goals in advantage. Gives us odds of 1.8, and I think this is okay, but not my favorite bet on this game day.
Another option there here for Leipzig. Maybe you like more this Bundesliga clash, Wolfsburg Schalke, with one of the best teams in the Bundesliga on one side, like Wolfsburg, now in Champions League positions. They are third. They beat Freiburg 3-0 during the weekend, 3 straight victories, so they are really in form, and we know how Schalke is performing, going straight to the second division, although they got that point against Werder Bremen. And the odds for Wolfsburg, we don't know, of course, if they are going to put the best team in the lineup, but the odds are quite all right, no? 1.82 right now on Expedia.com.
Yeah, if we talk about the game in the Bundesliga, I would say, no-brainer, bet on Wolfsburg 1.8. Same as I said in the game between Wolfsburg and Freiburg, where Wolfsburg had odds of 1.9. And this worked out very well. And now against a really struggling team from Schalke, who was leading against Werder Bremen a long time, and they show that they improved a bit under the new coach Christian Groß. But anyway, Wolfsburg is a team at the moment, or in the whole season, who is almost impossible to beat, and it would be a huge surprise if Wolfsburg loses a cup game like this against Schalke now, and I don't expect that, and I like the odds on Wolfsburg with 1.8, so you have to bet on Wolfsburg here, I think. Always there can be a surprise, but we're betting on the normal situation, and this would be a Wolfsburg win with 2-0, 3-1, around that.
You said that you like the favorites in the cup, so let's go for Wolfsburg. Also in the next one, maybe you like the favorite. We have a Bundesliga 2 team like Jahn Regensburg against Cologne, and the odds for Cologne are 2.10. They are struggling this season, but they beat Arminia Bielefeld in the weekend. They also beat recently Schalke, so they are getting a little bit away from the relegation zone. Whereas Regensburg, they are in the middle of the table of Bundesliga 2, and they are here in this round of the cup because they won actually the last 2 rounds in the penalty shootout.
Yeah, and they played against minor teams, and so this was 2 times of very much luck for Regensburg to get in this round. On the other hand, you said Cologne managed to get some points, very important points in the Bundesliga, and for me, sure thing with this odd of 2.1 on a first league team against a average second league team. We get odds of 2.1 on Cologne, and this is a thing we have to take.
Then let's go for Cologne, and the last game we have out of this last 16 round is also probably the best game that we are gonna see in the last 16 round. Stuttgart Gladbach, or at least the one that is gonna be more equal, even if we check the odds, is pretty much the same for Stuttgart or for Gladbach, although Gladbach, of course, is a slightly favorite. Right now they are 7th in the standings in the Bundesliga. They couldn't beat Union Berlin in the last game. Actually, in the cup, they are doing pretty well. They played against very, very minor teams, but 13 goal scores, and they have not conceded a single goal for Gladbach, whereas Stuttgart were able to beat Freiburg at home in the last game in the cup, and also during the weekend, they beat Mainz. They are in the middle of the table, no pressure for them in the Bundesliga, so maybe they can dream also about this cup.
Yeah, but this game against Mainz was the first home win of Stuttgart in this season. So they're now playing at home at the cup game, and I think they're not so good at home. They collected the most or almost all of their points away. And this could be 1 point against Stuttgart. On the other hand, we saw this game in this Bundesliga season, and Gladbach was leading 2-1 whole the game, and they almost won the game, and in the last seconds of this game Stuttgart came to the equalizer with a lot of luck, and because of that I think Stuttgart won't have this luck again, and I really like the huge odd on Borussia Monchengladbach of 2.5 here. I'm always aware to see a draw here, but because of the odds on Gladbach are so high, and I think they rested a bit against Union Berlin. This was not a brilliant game of them, and I think in this cup game they are a bit way more concentrated and motivated to get to the next round, and because everyone knows the chance to win this cup is that high like never before, because Bayern Munich is out of the race, and that's why Gladbach is one team who can make it to the cup final. Leipzig and Dortmund, maybe Leverkusen as well. These 4 teams are competing, maybe even Wolfsburg, but especially in this case I think Gladbach has a way to go in this cup, and that's why I would bet on a win on Gladbach here.
They have to play also Champions League, for instance, Leipzig or Gladbach, but the cup for sure is the best way for them to win a title and celebrate something this season. Then we've analyzed everything, Radek. Thank you very much. And this week we will talk again. We have more Bundesliga. German football is not stopping even in winter time.
Yeah, looking forward. Do you find any surprise in this round of the last 16 teams? Then post it to the comments and like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Luck. Radek likes betting on favorites in the German Cup, but I also want to know your opinion, so let me know what you think about all the games, and you will have the chance to win a £10 free bet with Novibet. Just post a comment and you will participate in the draw. And if you enjoyed the video, do not forget to click on the like button, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell to get all the notifications. Remember, you can also listen to all our videos in our podcast. And this week we are back. We have more Bundesliga, we have more Radek Vegas.